This is one of the worst days in my life being a Knicks fan, and that's a lot to say because there has been a lot of bad days being a Knicks fan. I'm speechless. This is gonna be a really hard video to make. I'm acting like someone just died. I can't even speak. Kevin Durant, or just broke the news. Woj, Spears, Stein, everyone. Kevin Durant plans on signing a 4-year deal, I think like $140 million with the Brooklyn Nets to pair up with Kyrie Irving, Jordan, in Brooklyn. Obviously, you guys know I'm a Knicks fan, and I was told by a lot of people throughout the year that gave me a lot of hope that KD to the Knicks was a option. It was actually something that could have happened. Now, I'm very speechless. Like I've said, I don't really know how to go about this. I'm going to get my Knicks fan, I guess, opinion out of the way for the first part of this video, and then the second part of the video, I'll talk about it as a Brooklyn Nets aspect. There's been a lot of bad days. Trading Kristaps kind of sucked as a Knicks fan. J.R. Smith kind of choking away the Indiana playoff series in 2012, and basically every season in between that has ended in disappointment in November and December, and then some stupid trade in February. And I just thought we've once had a competent front office. We've actually had our best GM we have had in, God knows, I think my tenure as a Knicks fan, so that's over a decade, almost 15 years. I really thought KD, the boardroom, Rich Kleiman as a Knicks fan, he was going to join the Knicks. Maybe this had to do with KD getting injured, but it hurts that it's the same team or a team that plays in the same goddamn city. If Kevin Durant went to the Clippers or back to the Warriors, I would be upset, but not as upset as I am right now, because the Brooklyn Nets came out of nowhere, had a very good season, and Kyrie, being from New Jersey, I don't know if he grew up a Nets fan, he might have, signs with the Nets after there was Knicks Kyrie rumors. My face is shaking of how, I don't know, I'm upset over a goddamn sport. Like, honestly, I just felt like my heart just got ripped out of my soul, because I haven't seen Knicks playoff basketball since 2013, and I just want to watch playoff basketball as a Knicks fan in April. Like, I'm sick and tired of just every year not making the freaking playoffs, and Kevin Durant could have just been our savior. He goes to Brooklyn. All right, I mean, like, it's whatever as a Knicks fan. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm already upset as it is. So, as a Brooklyn Nets side of things, holy hell, Sean Marks might be one of the best GMs of all time already. Him and Kenny Atkinson took over that team with really no future draft picks for the next 4 years. Their best assets were Brook Lopez and Thad Young, that they were able and smart enough to get D'Angelo freaking Russell out of Brook Lopez, pretty much. And Thad Young, I believe, got them Karis LeVert, who both of those two players led them, well, more D'Lo than LeVert because he was hurt, but led them to their 42-41 season, I believe, last year, which gave the Nets, a credible just team and respectable team who had their future assets. They clear up the second max by moving Allen Crabbe's contract. Thanks a lot, Atlanta. Kyrie Irving had a lot of turmoil and a lot of, I guess, just bad stuff going on in Boston this year. He just wasn't the leader he was, or that people thought he could be in Boston. Lied to them, said if they want him back, he'll resign. That didn't happen. Kyrie goes to Brooklyn. They choose Kyrie over D'Lo. Now, this will mean D'Lo is an unrestricted free agent, which is pretty cool. That D'Lo will be I'm hoping he signs with Minnesota. I really want to see him with Cat and Culver. I just feel like my heart has literally been ripped out of my soul. Like, this is the most upset I've ever been for a video in my life. And yeah, like I said, KD wants to be rich. I mean, in New York, he's going to get that. I'm very interested to see how Nets do in attendance. A lot of people like to joke about that, but their attendance was pretty shitty. I've been to a lot of Net games because I live 50 minutes away from the city, and they're a lot cheaper than Knicks games, so I do like to go to Nets games sometimes because they were cheap. I'm not really a huge fan of the Barclays Center. I don't really think it's nice, but I think that's also, they're a fairly new team, and that's why I don't think a lot of people went there. I think the Islanders, they didn't have a lot of success at all. I think they're already out of the Barclays Center. But I think, yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how the Nets, they're probably going to sell out a lot of games next year, even though Kevin Durant's not even going to be playing, at least for most of the year. Kyrie Irving, Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jared Allen, that is definitely a playoff team in the East. I expect them to be around a 4 or 5 seed. There's, I think, little chance they win it all next year, but the big year is the year after in 2020 when KD's come back fully healthy from a ruptured Achilles, which is a pretty scary injury. If this wasn't KD, nobody would get a max deal. If this was Kawhi, KD, LeBron, or Giannis, those are probably the only guys that would get a max deal off this injury, because you saw kind of how bad Cousins looked. Not a lot of guys come back well from this injury, so it's very interesting to see. There is a lot of concerns with this, but there's a lot of pluses. You just added arguably the greatest player in the world at this current moment before he went down with injury. He's going to get the quote-unquote best medical staff there, even though he's Kevin Durant. He's a goddamn multi-millionaire. He can get whoever the hell he wants to work on him. But yeah, Nets got KD. You'll see KD, Kyrie rebuild out tomorrow, which sucks that I have to make that video, but I will, because, you know, it's going to be a big video. It's the biggest signing we've had since LeBron, I guess last year. So, yeah, that's going to be for me. I'm not very energetic that I was hoping to be in this video. I was hoping to be screaming, honestly crying tears of joy, but I'm pretty upset. And, yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. And, yeah, I'm glad we're going to be maxing out Tobias Harris and Julius Randle.